Tuneup. I pray that everybody had a great day yesterday. I know many of us got a little rest. We didn't have the Saints game on, but it's going to be on tonight. So I'm hoping that yesterday was a good, relaxing day. Well, some of you probably went out to the Fried Chicken Fest or some of these other festivals that we have in our area. So we're gonna get your week started off right. It's gonna be a great 10-minute tune-up today. For those of you that wanna take notes, man, get your pens and your pads out so you can take some notes. Good morning, Elder Dexter. How are you today, ma'am? I pray that you're having a great day. What's up, Sister Judy? Hey, Elder Gilder, hope you're feeling better. What's up, Sister Nadia? Over on YouTube, on Facebook. What's up, Sister DeQuana, over on our conference line. Good morning, everybody. I pray everybody's doing well. Hey, Brother Carter, saw you yesterday, man. It was good seeing you. Appreciate you being in service on yesterday. Hey, all is well. All right, Pat. All right, Elder. All right, all is well. So I'm waiting to some people get in. If y'all have a chance, have an opportunity, tap somebody in on the 10-minute tune-up today. Let's get them in so they can have a great start to their week. Good morning, First Lady. What's up, Brother Norman? Hey, Sister Rhonda, how are you? Did you guys enjoy the word yesterday? Those of you that was at the temple, did y'all enjoy the word yesterday? Was it a great word? The whole service was good, man, especially praise and worship. Praise and worship was amazing. Praise and worship was amazing. Took a different twist for us. We found ourselves at the altar doing praise and worship. It was good. It was good. It was really, really good. Okay, so we're going to get started in a minute. I'm going to get my time started in a little bit. Trying to wait till some other people get on. Hey, Sister Erica, how are you today? Yes. Yeah, Brother Norman, it was good. It was a really, really good service. Over on our conference line, we got 5828, 5606. Good morning to you. Yeah, Sister Nadia. It was. Thank you. Appreciate you. Y'all keep praying for Pastor. God keep giving me revelation of his word. How many of you thought that the Bible had that much to say about praise and about worship? Man, listen. I know sometimes, man, we get locked in on certain things and think that the Bible only has one thing to say. One thing to say about one thing. Hey, Sister Valerie, good morning to you. Yeah, that we think it's only one thing. Man, the Bible is an extensive book, and it's made to give us a roadmap for life. So God will not just cover one aspect of your life in the Bible. He will cover all aspects. We just got to be open to the illumination and the revelation that he gives us. Okay, so let's get our time started, because I know a lot of y'all, man, you either at work or on your way to work, or you're trying to get your day off, and I don't want to keep you too long. I want to make sure that you are equipped for this week, because that's what the 10-minute tune-up is all about, y'all. The 10-minute tune-up is all about equipping you so you can have the most productive and successful week possible, because I want everybody to chalk up a whole lot of wins during the week. I want this week to be power packed with wins. And so we're gonna get our time started so we can get this 10-minute tune-up on the road. So here's what we're talking about today. Man, Sister Lamisa, God spoke one word to me that I needed to talk about, which is very, very important. And it's a word that many of us find challenging to deal with. Yeah, and that word is change. That word is change. I think during the tune-ups, I only talked about this maybe once before, but it's an important word. And the reason why it's an important word, because of its nature. Every last one of us are going to experience change. Sometimes we don't like it, but we're going to experience it. We're going to experience it nevertheless. Here's the thing. There's only two things in your life, man. Two things in your life that is not going to change. Two things that could possibly be in your life that's not going to change. And I know many of you already own it. You know what I'm about to say. The first thing that will never change, the first thing that will never change is change. You're going to always have to deal with it. Change is not going to ever change, man. You're going to always find yourself in the midst of change because things are not, they are not rigid. They do not stay the same. They are definitely going to change. That's just how life is. Everything goes through an evolutionary period. Everything evolves. Everything moves. Yeah, it's not stationary. Life is not stationary. It's intended to get you from point A to point B. So change is never going to change. And the other thing that's in our lives, those of us that have relationship with God, that's never going to change is God. And that's what he said in his word. He says, I am the Lord thy God and I never change. He says he never changes. He's the same yesterday, today, and when you get into your future, he's going to definitely still be the same. So those two things, when it comes to change, you can count on. Change is not going to change, but it's going to always remain. And also, God is not going to ever change. God is going to be, man, he going to be the same, man. He the same. And I love that about God. I love God does not change. So why are we focused on change? Because when it comes to change, if we get a great positive concept about change, then we can handle it better. Because a lot of people cannot handle change, y'all. I don't know about y'all. Sometimes I find it difficult when it comes to change. I really do. I know some of y'all got it down pat, but when it comes to me, sometimes I find it difficult because when I'm in something and it's going right and I'm enjoying it, I want it to stay that way. I want it to stay that way. But that's not the way it works. That's not the way it works. That's why the book of Solomon is so important. That wisdom that Solomon gives is crucial for our living. And so Solomon's book of Ecclesiastes, in the 3rd chapter, it talks about change. And it says, to everything there is a season. And we know about seasons. Seasons change. So for those of you that's taking notes, let me give you 3 things that I want you to begin to think about and internalize when it comes to change. Here's the first one. The first one is really easy. Expect change. Don't be thrown off when change occurs. Expect it because things are not going to ever stay the same. So you got to expect it. The more you are able to expect change, or the more that you put yourself in a posture to expect change, then you'll be better at it. Let's just say it like that. You'll be better at it. If you expect it, and if you could put yourself in a position to expect it, then you'll be better at it. And the second word that I want to give you about change is similar. Expect it, but then accept it. Don't fight against it. Yeah, accept the change. I'm accepting the change, y'all. I'm accepting the change. Listen, at one time, y'all know how I am. Y'all know how Pastor Dexter is. I am very transparent about myself. And I believe that my transparency is intended to help you in the discussions that we have and the teachings that we have. Let me tell you about accepting change for me transparently. Years ago, I used to have a lot of hair on my head. Then it started to, things began to change in my body. Right, I started to get older. And as I started to get older, I started to notice, y'all, that I started to notice that my hair started to gray. I'm saying, no, I'm not ready to get old yet. My hair started. So listen, I went and got me some dye and started dyeing my hair. My wife used to go to this cosmetologist. And she used to do my wife's hair. And I told her, I said, listen, I need you to dye my hair. She told me, she said, well, Pastor, let me tell you something. I'm going to dye your hair, but you know it ain't going to last long. She said, especially when it comes to men's hair, you could dye your hair, but the frequency of the dye is gonna be a lot, right? So you're going to have to dye your hair a lot. And I found myself, y'all, listen, I found myself going to dye my hair a whole lot. A whole lot. Why? Because I was changing. Then I got to the place where the hair that I was dyeing was leaving me. And I was going to the barber and getting my hair cut, man. Let me tell you something, getting my hair cut. And one day I just told my barber, I probably told y'all this story before. I told my barber, I said, listen, man, go ahead on and cut it all off. My barber looked at me and said, Pastor, he said, I'm so glad you told me that. He said, for the last couple of years, I just been taking your money. You know, he said he had been fighting trying to get me aligned because my hair was receding. I had a big swimming pool up at the top and all that kind of stuff. Because, and I'm using that as a story is because I had to come to a point in my life over those stages that I just had to accept the change that was occurring with me. I just had to accept it. Yeah, I had to accept it. It started graying. I tried to dye it because I didn't want to accept the gray, right? I started to lose it. I didn't want to accept it. I just kept going to the barber, letting him cut my hair, paying them $20 or whatever to cut my hair. And to get to a point where I had to accept, okay, all right. Hair's not for you, man. Go ahead on and take it off. Then after I cut my hair off, my son said, Daddy, you Benjamin Buttons. You say you look younger now without hair than you did with hair. Oh my God. So we got to learn how to accept change. That's the moral of that story. We got to learn how to accept it. And then in your accepting, you embrace it. Embrace change. Welcome it. Welcome the change. Because all change is not bad. All change is not bad. Start to embrace it and they're different. Accepting and embracing is different because some stuff we accept, but we don't embrace it. We don't look for it. We don't, you know what I mean? We don't handle it well. So you're going to have to embrace change, right? Because some change is necessary for us. Some change is important. Some of that change you're going to need, right? Some of that change you're going to need. How many of you remember early in your life when your little change was strange and your money was funny? But you get to a later stage in life where I don't need all that other stuff, man. I don't need no new car every 2 years. Yeah. I don't need no new car every 2 years. I don't have to have all of the trendy clothes that people keep going by and all that kind of stuff. Listen, I'm just going to embrace where I'm at, right? So I got to handle it. Here's the last word, which is very important. You got to anticipate change. You got to be forward thinking about change. And here's the reason why you got to be forward thinking about change, because if you don't, and if you're not forward thinking about change, change is going to catch you off guard. Change is going to catch you off guard. You got to anticipate change. You got to look for it. Some of you right now understand exactly what I'm talking about. Winter time is coming. So y'all putting your short pants away, your short sleeves away, and because you're anticipating the weather change. So now what you're doing is you pulling out your winter clothes, right? Some of you are coming into the winter of your life. Some of you are coming into winter of your life. What are you saying, Pastor? Well, it's time for you to prepare for retirement. Yeah, it's time for you to prepare. I know you're still on the job, but listen, once you retire, what you gonna do? You gotta anticipate it, man. You gotta get ready for it. Don't wait till it's time and you're not ready. Don't let change catch you off guard, right? Don't let change catch you off guard. You gotta get ready for it right now. Quit living in your 60s like you 30. Like you got a whole bunch more time. Like I got a lot of time left. No. God might keep you here for another 30 years. You might live to 90 or to 100. But if you are not prepared for the next 30 years, then you're going to have a frustrated senior season, right? So you gotta anticipate it. Things are gonna change. Listen, what you gonna do when that new car ain't new no more? Anticipate the change, right? Anticipate the change. And I'm talking about all of us right now, and I'm wrapping up. All of us right now who are getting into that senior stage where, okay, I got a new car now, I'm getting older, I may not be on this job much longer, so what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do if this car gets old? I'm not gonna be making as much money. What am I gonna do if I need transportation and I'm still driving? You gotta anticipate the change. Change is inevitable. It's gonna happen. So get ready for it. So expect it, accept it, embrace it, and anticipate it. And if you do those four things, then when change comes, it'll never catch you off guard. You'll be that person that when you're in when you're in the midst of change, life won't get frustrating for you. And I know sometimes life can be frustrating. And some of that frustration is due to our inability to handle change properly. All right, I'm out. Listen, I appreciate y'all being with me today. I appreciate y'all being with me today. I hope this blessed you, man. I hope this blessed you, because I want all of us, no matter what stage of life that we're in, no matter where we're going, I want all of us to enjoy the fullness of our lives, our young lives, our mid lives, and our older lives. I want us to enjoy it all, because that's what God wants for all of us. He wants all of us to enjoy life to its fullest. He did not make the sacrifice. He did not create all of the things that he has created for us not to enjoy this life. You have got to enjoy this life. All right, y'all. Y'all go out and chalk up some wins this week. Remember what I said last week. Go chalk up. Go chalk. Yeah, Elder Dev. Everything must change. Nothing ain't gonna stay the same. Thank you. Thank you for amening that. Okay, so y'all go have a great rest of your week. I'm looking forward to some amazing things happening this week. I hope you are too, because I know God has some things in store for you. I'll leave you with this Bible quote. The Bible says God loaded up every day with benefits. Go get all of the benefits that God has placed in the day for you. And I'll see y'all on the other side.